Hello my friends, and welcome to another edition of the Value Series. If you're new to the Value Series, what we do here is we break down a particular release and we go through all the different formats and we try to find what format has the most value. Alright, let's jump right in. Okay, so this first sheet is based on the initial release numbers. I started punching these numbers around the day of or the day after the release. It was about $150 for a jumbo, $100 for a hobby, sometimes even more, and a blaster's $20, a hanger box is $11. I paid $11. I've heard reports of it being a little bit cheaper, and a fat pack's $5.50 around my parts, but I've heard reports of them being about $5. There are 460 cards in a jumbo. There's 336 in a hobby. Blaster has 98, hanger box has 67, and a fat pack has 34. Now $1 per card is 33 cents in a jumbo. Hobby 30 cents, a blaster's 20, hanger box 16 cents, and fat pack 16 cents. So you can see I've color coded all these numbers to make it easier on the eyes. And green is good, red is bad, orange is pretty bad, yellow is in the middle, but closer to good. So you can see a lot of red over here in the jumbo column. And you see a lot of green over here in the retail side. Basically what that means is based on these initial numbers, the best value as far as most of the inserts, the easy to pull inserts, is in the retail. And if you scroll down, you'll see that all the autograph stuff, your odds are much better to pull these things in a jumbo box and also in a hobby box. So there's some important things to consider. First of all, what do we do with the silver packs? Second of all, haven't these prices changed since the release? Yes, let's look at these. So I changed these numbers around a little bit and they might surprise you. So we're going to go through the current market value. Also what I've done is I've assigned a value to the silver packs. I've assigned a $10 value. Now what you saw last year when we had loose silver packs, and actually these previous releases this year, is the card store owners would keep a lot of these. And it's not just card store owners. Some people would keep the silver packs and they'd sell them when they bought a case. But they put the silver packs inside the boxes now, so there's not a whole lot of bulk lots for silver packs. But what I did was I assigned a $10 value to them. That's about right. So if we go to the current market prices, let's check this out. Boom, you'll notice there's a lot of difference in the colors in the hobby column. So what I did was I assigned current market value. For a jumbo, you can get a jumbo right now for about $142, bare minimum on eBay. These numbers are going to go up and down. Okay, this is just as of 12 o'clock a.m. 10/24/2019. Now the hobby box, you can get for about $81. So what have we seen? We've seen the market adjust. We've seen the price of the hobbies go down because probably a lot of people have watched a lot of openings and they saw that you get a lot of relics. So the price is dropping, and what that's doing is it's taking all these numbers and making them better. So realistically, if an $81 hobby box, if you can buy that, you take $10 off for the value of the silver pack. That's the best way I found of putting the silver pack as a concrete number that we can use to adjust our numbers. And there's 2 silver packs in a jumbo, so that number goes down $20. Okay, now let's go through the numbers. Now we've got $12.20, our price per pack. Why do I use price per pack? Because that's how you can calculate the dollar per odds. So if the odds are 1 in 3 out of a jumbo to pull a gold, you multiply 3 by the price per pack, $12.20, you get $37. And that's how I calculate all these numbers. So you can do it on your own if you want to. Also, if you see any mistakes, please let me know, and I will update the description to reflect any mistakes that you can find. The reason I do this is to try to help you guys out and try to make it so that the hobby is informed, and also so that you know what to buy. A lot of people new into the hobby don't know what to buy. They don't know what the best route to go is. Well, I'm going to do the work for you, and I'm going to show you right here. If you can get a hobby for 81, it's much better than the initial price of 100. Let's go through some of these. So look at all this green over here. Once again, your best odds to pull some of this easy stuff is in the hanger box or the fat pack. First of all, your price per pack is your price per card is really low, 16 cents. Even with these adjusted prices, it's the lowest. So for the gold, everybody likes the gold. The gold holds good value. You can sell your gold cards. People covet the gold cards. So your best bet is in the retail, but let's look at how close these numbers really are. $22 versus 23 versus 24. Those are practically the same. These should all be, pretty green. But the computer program made them yellow. And then we can go over to the jumbo, and we can see that that's $37 per gold. That's not very good. If you're looking for golds, don't go the jumbo route. I know everybody jumps right to jumbo and says you got to get the jumbo for the best value. And yes, it is a good value, and we'll get to it. But for all the easy stuff, it's not the greatest value. Now let's go down here. Let's look at this number, $18. The 150-year stamp has gotten pretty good value. Now all of a sudden, it's the second best value. Now the fat packs pretty much hold the best value all the way down until we get down here to the autograph stuff. Okay, we'll make our way down to the autos, but just a little sneak preview. You guys know, the autos are the best out of hobby and jumbo. But while we're up here at the top, let's just keep looking at the numbers. And for these first few, it doesn't really matter. You're going to get your share of golds, 150 years, rainbow foil. You're going to get your share of them no matter what format you get. But going down to the advanced stats, there's a pretty good chunk of money that you save buying retail. Same with the vintage stock. Same with the Independence Day parallel. It's much better for Independence Day parallels as far as price per dollar to get it through the fat pack and the hanger box. Now here's something to take note of. You can only get the black parallels out of hobby and jumbo, and a lot of people like the black parallels. They're very collectible. So all of a sudden with these numbers adjusted, your best odds are out of the hobby box. Let's flash back to the first market prices. Look at that. Look at what a little bit of difference in a drop of a price of a hobby does. Let's go back to current market value. You can see that the Mother's Day parallel now is much better out of the hobby as well, but it's still better out of these hanger boxes and fat packs. You can go down for the Father's Day parallel, and it's the same. Same with the Memorial Day parallel. Now here is one more bonus for the hobby. You can only get the clear acetate cards out of a hobby box. They're numbered to 10. That's a highly desirable card. Okay, let's get down into the good stuff. Now you'll notice that I didn't include every single card that you can get, especially the relics. I didn't put a lot of the relics into the spreadsheet, quite honestly, because it's really tedious. But let's go over here and look at platinums. Pretty good odds, but on a relative scale, because you can see it's only $56,000 to get a platinum, which is a 1 of 1, and it's $34,000 out of retail. It's right in the middle for the blaster. Okay, so what have we noticed? Don't buy blasters. Blasters are not a good deal. I would avoid them. They're probably the worst deal out of any format. Now the printing plate, pretty even across here, but $8,700 out of the fat pack, and the worst is $14,000. So you're probably not going to get too many printing plates out of jumbos. Here's something really interesting. The SPs. Everybody loves the SPs. So this is an important one to break down. $72.77 in these two retail formats that we've been talking about, as opposed to $122 in the jumbo and $95 in the hobby. So if you look here, you're not guaranteed an SP in the hobby box. I was under the impression that you were, but that's not the case. So it's better dollar per to open up a bunch of these retail looking for SPs. Same goes for SSPs. Now the SP autos, that's a different story. There's a lot of value in the SP auto. And as you can see here, it's significantly better to get an SP auto out of a jumbo. Let's look at this number, $17,000 roughly. In a hobby, it's almost $70,000 to pull this very same thing. And if you consider that it's about $700,000 to pull the SP auto out of a blaster box, well, don't go hunting in blaster boxes for an SP auto. And it's about half that in these other formats of retail. And the same is true for the SSP, the 150 auto, the 1869 auto, the family business auto, and the most common auto, which is the 84 auto. Now this is an on-card auto, and they're 1 in 20 packs out of a jumbo. And they're harder to get, much harder to get, 6 times harder to get roughly, about 5 times harder to get, out of a hobby box. And then keep going. Difficult, but not impossible. So if you're going to get an auto out of these, it's probably going to be the 84 auto. And then down to the very bottom, these are 2 that you can only get out of hobby and jumbo. I appreciate everybody watching. Hook me up with a thumbs up and a subscribe. And if you're really cool, ring the bell and stick around for more informative videos designed to help newcomers to the hobby, old vets that have been around a while, and anybody else that is looking for information as far as what the best value format for baseball cards is. I will catch you guys later.